Hello, I'm Marty Keller, and I'm a developer interested in using pre-manufactured products to reduce our development schedule. Can you tell me what your process is like?
Thank you, Marty. My name is Keith. I'm a building inspector with the City of San Jose. With the increasing cost of construction and the constant demand for reduced development time, there has been increased interest in alternate construction. We have received similar inquiries from other developers, building owners, and professionals who want to utilize pre-manufactured modulars for their multifamily and commercial projects.
Hi Marty, my name is Maysoon. I'm with the Building Plan Review. We would be happy to share with you on the plan review and inspection process for the City of San Jose for this type of construction. And I would like to introduce you to my colleague here.
Hi Marty, my name is Warren. I'm with the Plumbing Mechanical Department.
Hi Marty, I'm Dan. I'm with the Electrical Department.
Hey Marty, I'm Reggie. I'm with the Fire Department.
Great. How is modular building different than site-built?
The greatest challenge for this type of project will be coordination between the module manufacturer and the general contractor regarding scheduling the delivery, installation, and inspection of modules and their connections. Provisions must be made for a work area and scheduling with HCD third-party inspectors if there are any repairs or modification to the modules, as well as a timely inspections coordination with the city. The California Department of Housing and Community Development, HCD, administers the construction of multifamily manufactured homes. They monitor design and construction through third-party agencies. HCD reviews and approves factory-built housing. Therefore, the city is not involved with the modular units and other factory-built components approved by HCD. The city is responsible for all site-built work, design approvals of the portions of the project that have not been previously approved by HCD, and permit issuance and inspection of the installation and assembly of modular units at the building site.
Thanks. Now what's required for the city modular submittal package?
The city requires applicants to provide a complete submittal packages, including but not limited to architectural, structural, mechanical, plumbing, electrical plans, civil plans, structural calculations, soil report, computer models, HCD approved plans, code listing reports, and special inspection forms in order to approve plans and conduct inspections.
What are the key things that you look at when the modules are installed on site?
During installation, the building inspector will verify the connection of the modules complies with the approved plan and design intent, and collect the required special inspection reports for welded, bolted, or nailed connections. The inspector will also be verifying the fire stopping of all penetrations or rated assemblies match their approved listings.
For mechanical and plumbing, how's modular building different than site-built?
On a modular building, the plumbing and mechanical systems within the individual units are about 90% complete. The systems that are plan reviewed are the shared systems, the connections between the individual units, and the plumbing and mechanical systems for the common areas. Essentially, any system that is installed at the job site, whether internal or external to the modular units, will need to be detailed on the plans and reviewed.
What else should we note?
The plumbing code requires that drainage connections not be made within 8 feet of the vertical to horizontal change of direction of drainage stacks receiving the discharge from bathtubs, laundries, and kitchen sinks exceeding 3 stories. With modular units, this is often overlooked, and the design professional must include this critical feature in the design of the drainage system. Also, thought should be given to the planning for phasing of occupancy, as this could affect the design of the gas piping system.
I see it's important to understand the regulations for connections and drainage and to show them clearly. What's the inspection process like?
Since most of the plumbing and mechanical systems within the modular units are already installed, inspected, and approved by the State of California HCD inspectors, complete testing of the drainage and venting systems is not feasible. The building department inspectors ensure that the connections of the drainage systems between the modular units are connected properly and are typically tested using a running water test. Leave all the areas of installation or connections open for inspection and consider using access doors where practical. The drainage pipes should be connected to sewers to avoid flooding of lower areas. The gas piping system or systems are pressure tested only after all of the connections are completed, and the gas meters are released only after building systems are approved and deemed safe for operation. And finally, complete only a few units initially at each stage or phase so that costly corrections or changes can be minimized, and request pre-construction or pre-final inspection meetings with our plumbing and mechanical supervisors.
For electrical, what are the considerations for doing plan review and inspections for modular construction?
On a modular building, the electrical systems are 90% complete. The only electrical plans we review are the common areas and the connections of the individual modular units. Provide the HCD modular design electrical plans for reference.
What tips and advice would you give to modular permit applicants to make the process and your jobs go easier?
Show on the electrical plans how the modular system interconnects to the field-installed electrical system. Include all electrical calculations for the modular units to complete the overall load calculation for the entire building the City of San Jose will be approving.
Once approved, what are the areas of focus for inspections?
Our field inspector will only look at the connection of the feeder or branch circuit feeding the modular units. It is expected that the state has effectively done their end of the inspection process to ensure a healthy product. If clear damage or field modifications occur in the modular units, we would notify the state inspector so they can make a site visit. Request a pre-construction and a pre-final inspection meeting with our field supervisor. Complete only a few units when calling for the initial inspections, regardless if they're for rough or final inspection. This will minimize the chance of having to make multiple field modifications. Rough inspections will be required to be approved prior to any pre-final or final inspection. The rough inspections for this type of project will include the collection of all third-party and state inspection records, as well as the connections to the modular units and site-built elements.
For fire, how is modular building different than site-built?
All fire systems installed on site will be permitted and inspected by the San Jose Fire Department. The fire department does not review HCD-approved portions of the systems. However, complete shop drawings and calculations of the entire system shall be submitted, including all factory installed components.
What tips and advice would you give to modular building applicants?
If your project requires a variance or alternate methods of construction, verify whether the fire suppression or detection system enhancements were agreed upon as mitigation for the variance. If upgrades are required, coordinate with HCD and your manufacturer to incorporate system modifications in the design. A statement of the design requirements should be provided on the building permit set of plans. The execution of the design is reviewed during the subsequent deferred submittals of the fire protection systems. Fire inspectors will test all completed systems as a whole. For sprinklers, this includes hydrostatic loading of 200 psi for a minimum of 2 hours. Fire alarm systems will be functionally tested, including devices and appliances within manufactured portions of the building. Any non-functioning or damaged equipment in modular units will be reported to the state inspector.
Finally, how do we receive the certificate of occupancy?
At final inspection, the building inspector verifies the smoke alarms in the units, accessibility, hardware, and signage for all paths of travel and common areas, checks smoke seals and self-closing hinges at the unit entries, and reconfirms no rated assemblies have been compromised. The building inspector will issue a certificate of occupancy after all final inspection approvals, including fire, electrical, plumbing, mechanical, as well as final approval from Public Works. Then the certificate of occupancy or final permit sign-off is achieved and building is opened for occupancy. The City of San Jose Building Department and Development Services are happy to assist development teams navigating the processes in our jurisdiction to achieve their desired goals. While there are many reasons for the interest in the use of modular construction techniques, there are also some unique challenges involved. The greatest challenge for this type of project will be the coordination between the module manufacturer and the general contractor in regards to scheduling the delivery, installation, and inspection of the modules and their connections. For example, due to the potential size of the components and depending on the location of their manufacture, transport routes and schedules will be one consideration. An area for the storage of modules near the site is desirable, which would also allow for flexibility in schedule and would be required in the event that modification or repairs to the HCD certified modules becomes necessary, as this work cannot be done on the building and will have to be completed by HCD approved contractors and inspected by HCD or their approved third-party inspectors.
I want to thank you for taking the time to provide this guidance. It'll be very helpful to us, and I'm looking forward to working with the city on the next project. Thank you.
You're welcome. For any relevant information pertaining to plan review or inspection, go ahead and go to our website at sanjoseca.gov/building.
Thanks, I will.